every time we were on stage, we were trying to bottle up that energy. It never worked, but we took this studio bus out with us, and we just took all the energy from that and just poured it into the album. So we're super excited, and we've got a brand new single out now called Superheroes, and No Sound Without Silence. We're back.
So where does the album title come from? It's quite an interesting title. What's that all about?
Yeah, the title itself was
kind of like a mantra. It plays into a mantra more about from our lives to the music. It was something that worked across the board for us. I guess the truth is there is no sound without silence, and sometimes I suppose we look at the stage show as being the sound and the silence being that contemplation time that maybe we're just left back in a hotel room.
Yeah.
We're back writing at that extreme contrast. But also within the music, there is no, I mean, to have a note, there's a space between notes that are hugely important.
That's what you leave out.
Yeah, that's as important as what you put in. Exactly, and I think across the board on music that we've done before, I suppose we wanted to take on that mantra this time because we're very excited lads. We get into music, and you know when it comes to an idea, sometimes we want to. We've loads of ideas. We're always full of ideas. And sometimes we end up doing it spoken word and all that sort of stuff. And this time, we just wanted to have contemplation on the record as much as within our lives because it exists all over us and all around us. And like Dan said, trying to record after coming off stage and trying to bottle that energy that we had off stage was really the task for this record. So again, that being the sound and that silence, how can we do that? And I think we've managed to come up with an album we're extremely proud of right now.
There's another surprise as well because you've got some artwork to show us.
We would love to.
Very excited.
Love to show you a brand new revealing of our artwork.
Don't look yet.
I don't know which camera to bring this in onto. But okay, I'm gonna hold it down here so you can zoom in on it.
Right.
There you got our names, and then you got No Sound Without Silence. Do you want to explain the picture as well?
I guess to explain the picture, we wanted to do just exactly what the words "no sound without silence" is, and we'd come across a great artist Greek artist who had made a bunch of these models and sculptures, and we really wanted to create something that felt just like the music felt, which was again no sound without silence. So I suppose we've done everything within lights as regards to, I suppose, that would point and direct you to what the sound is of the album, and all that space in between is the silence. And you know, we have a song actually that probably depicts what I said about coming off stage, bottling that energy. We have a song called "The Energy Never Dies," and I think that again really plays into this concept too, because no matter what happens, no matter where we go as human beings, at the end of the day, that energy cannot be destroyed. It has to evolve and go somewhere else, and we really buy into that.
I think the essence of it, the energy itself is love. Where do we go when we're gone? And I firmly believe that we do go somewhere else. We are more than the sum of our parts. And finding it can be, a guy and a girl, guy and a guy, girl and a girl. But that's what we kind of wanted to depict on the front of it, was that the energy between two beings, it'll never die. And even after this, when you transcend and you go to wherever you believe you're going to go, I do believe that you will meet the person again. And that's kind of what this, just symmetry in it, no sound without silence. Basically, there's no me without you. So it just kind of ties into to an ethos, I guess, on the record,
So we're going to hear some songs later on.
I think we have some snippets for you as well.
Yeah.
By the way, this isn't actual size CD, and we're not tiny.
This is
an actual CD. We've all shrunk down.
Honest to God, CDs have changed over the years. This is what we're selling. We're going to make them. It's more visibility inside HMV and stuff because CDs are not selling as much. We figured make them bigger. Only way to sell them. Yeah.
So one of those singles is Superheroes, which is out soon. But before we hear all that stuff, we've got some questions from around the world.
Yeah, bring it on.
By
the way, hello to everybody around the world.
Yes.
I mean, reel off who's here.
Well, first we've got Dublin,
Mexico, Dublin, our hometown. Come on.
and Holland.
And Holland as well. Here we are. And the States as well.
Yes,
the States as well. But first up is Dublin. Who's asking the question?
Well, hi guys, first of all, obviously this is the Scribs' hometown, so we gotta say we definitely have the most passionate fans. Second thing is Mark, your G-string is hanging in there.
The whole lot.
And Tia, I'm gonna ask you a question.
Hi guys, just wondering who's your superhero and why?
For me, I guess my mum is probably my superhero. She's been through a lot in her life and has always come out the other end in a way. I think she's definitely a source of strength for me these days.
I think, I suppose, if I suppose my superheroes would be explained in how we made the video. We decided to go to, we were looking for a great location, and we talked to a bunch of directors about how we're going to make a video that they would never put us in a superhero costume, because obviously that's where everyone would like us to go. But we decided to make a video that was a bit more real to the song, which is normal people going through an incredibly hard struggle every day. We thought, where could we do this? And our director Vaughn decided that we were going to go to Joburg in South Africa, Alexander, which is probably one of the most overpopulated places per square mile. There's over 500,000 people living there. It's really heartbreaking because it's incredibly poverty-stricken and stuff like that. So we wanted to go and find out, you know, if we just set up a stage in Alexander, play this song, what effect will it have on people that we believe are real superheroes in life? And we just did it. We just set up the stage at about 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. We started to play superheroes, and in the township alone, people would start walking up in their hundreds, and then eventually by about 10 o'clock that night, people were on top of houses, they were on top of traffic lights, they were lighting flares, it was an absolute almost festival vibe really there that day, and nothing but happiness. We got warned going in the place that you got to be careful going in there, it's quite dangerous, but honest to God, we just played music and we just got happiness and love all day. So much so that the people of Alexander decided that they said, well, we also sing, why don't you come down and check us out the next day? So we did. We went back to Alexander the next day. They put on a performance for us. It was incredible. It was actually brilliant.
So professional, and they're not professional, they're amateurs, you know what I mean? But they came out, they acted, they sang, they cried on cue. Nobody dropped the line. I honestly was brilliant. They were like 4 foot away from us, and it was like, I have to say, we were very moved by the performance.
As you said, that they're not paid, they're not professional. They're going through a struggle every day. These to us are people who are real superheroes. So for me, that's who will be mine.
I think for me, genuinely, I think our fans are our superheroes, my superheroes, because some of the stories that I hear of fans when I meet fans, some of the struggles that people are going through. There's teenagers out there that are going through some difficulties. I get messages over Twitter sometimes, and it just blows my mind how the strength that some of our fans have out there with things that they're going through with their family, with illness and all that type of stuff. And it's amazing, you know, the feedback that we get from the songs and how they're affected by them. But
Also our fans as well, they would get around somebody who's having a bad time.
That's right.
You know,
There's such a community online with our fans. You know, they all join together and they support each other, which is an amazing thing to see. There's really no boundaries now with the internet, and our fans embrace that, and they literally throw their arms around all the other fans that come in, even new fans. And when someone's gone through a difficulty, it's a beautiful thing to watch, to see them all join together and actually, you know, boost the morale of that person with messages and stuff like that. And I see that all the time on Twitter, so for me it's the fans.
Wicked.
Superheroes.
Great. So next up is America, I believe.
What up?
You guys did well in the World Cup this year, didn't you? Who's asking the question?
Katya, my name's Katya, and I just wanted to know, on behalf of the U.S. fans, how are you finding the tour with OneRepublic so far, and what's the strangest thing that's ever been thrown on stage by your group?
That's a good question.
Be careful.
The tour is going fantastic. To all our script fans who show up to the gigs, you know, with their flags and banners and everything, you know, we couldn't have asked for more. You know, what we wanted to do with the tour was to just energise the fan base again. You know, we obviously have a new album coming out. And obviously, you know, myself and Mark spent a number of years, maybe 10 years, living and working in America. So it's really important for us, America. So we're heading back over again. So we're coming over to you guys in about a week and a half. Again, so if you didn't have enough first time around, there's plenty more to go.
The weirdest thing that's been thrown on stage.
A person.
That's the real
person.
question.
Was there a person?
Do you remember the person that found on stage?
Oh yes!
Where we were listening to
Do you know where was it? I think that was New Zealand.
He was New Zealand.
In New Zealand, not the whole Asian and Australian birthday, was it?
Yeah, it
was. Yeah, it was. He'd said, just for fun, it was his birthday that night, and he just turned turned around and said, you know, send a girl up and I'll snog her.
That's right. There was a girl on someone's shoulder. It wasn't as weird as that. There was a girl on someone's shoulders and she was like, can't come up on the stage. And I was like, it's my birthday, why not? So I said, pass her up. And everybody just took this girl and literally bundled her the whole way. And she went all the way flying across everybody's hands onto the stage. And then just walked up to me. She like wrapped her arms and legs around me anyway. It was really funny. It was
That's an intimate moment shared with you.
Yeah. I got a number afterwards.
Brilliant. Thank you, America. So we've got Holland up next.
Holland, with your question for the script. Mille fois.
Hey guys, obviously you play a lot of festivals. If you could choose your own dream festival lineup with you headlining and 4 other acts, who would you honor for XP?
4 other acts, yeah.
I'll definitely have Calvin Harris because he knows how to rock a festival. I'd have to have you two. You two. Somewhere in there. Who else? Can they be dead or alive, these supergroups? Does it matter?
I'll go Dead or Alive.
If Bob Marley was alive, I'd like to throw him in there because I think a bit of reggae is going to make everybody happy.
That's a great one. Queen, Freddie Mercury would have to be there. That'd be awesome. Who else? That's four. That's four. There you go. That'd be a good line.
There we go.
And the script as well. So
We're
headlining.
You're
With all of those, who do you go first?
Yeah, but we get to be on last. That's what it's our festival.
Yeah, man. I know what you're saying.
right. Okay. Mexico. Hopefully Mexico.
Mexico! Hola, Mexico!
Who's got a question?
Okay, so Mexico, what's your question?
I know one of them has to keep meaning for you, so I'm wondering how you make it happen.
I've got the question.
Yeah.
So what process do you go through when you're writing new songs? I know each of them is a deep meaning for you, so I'm wondering how you make it happen.
I think the process is really just, it can happen at any moment. You can have it over a cup of tea or a glass of whiskey. We just exchange ideas, really. We just talk about things that are affecting us in our life, and that's always the way the best songs come out. If there's something really bothering me and the lads can see it, they'll kind of coax the conversation around into finding out what it is. And I think in a horrible twist of fate, it's like I'm helping a friend, but I'm also like, that's a great idea for a song. So you kind of commandeer their bad feelings and you try and make something really good out of it.
Prey on their emotions.
Exactly. But I think that's probably the most powerful thing about music.
Yeah.
And that's why we got into music in the first place, is that it is a place for that. It's a place for anger, it's a place for pain, it's a place for sadness. It's also a place for happiness and feeling elevated as well. So, I think the process we always go and kick around.
Exactly. I think the first process is live life for a minute and try write about things that you can totally relate to.
Yeah.
Other words, it sounds like anything, it sounds like you can't go on stage. You can't play it live. People will find you out eventually, I believe.
Their heart's not in it, you won't give the performance that, would evoke something real, somebody else.
So I think when we buy into that so much, that element of emotive songs and lyrics, and we buy into all that area so much that having an actual one way to do it, or a formula, so to speak, I think we would get writer's block too much if we had a formula. So I think what we enjoy doing is letting the song come naturally and come from anywhere, and try not to rush the song. I think a lot of people get into studios because studios are so expensive and stuff. They want to finish a song within a day sometimes, when we try to leave the studio till the very last process, and just find somewhere where we can just write, not look at the clock all the time and think about how expensive the studio is. So don't rush the process either, because sometimes contemplating the song may give you that perfect lyric, and a month later you don't know.
Sometimes the silence may give you the sound.
Boom!
And then we've got South Africa. Last question.
There in Johannesburg.
It's so cold at night time. What's that about?
Reading about something.
It's freezing.
Can you hear us?
How's it, Afgrad?
How are you doing?
Yeah, very good, thanks.